Welcome back to Blog Access 101. I'm your host, Young Abachi. This is episode 133. Remember, subscribe to our YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify by searching Blog Access 101. And also subscribe to our new um, blog page with this Blog Access 101, which is BLOGACCESS 101.com. I'm here today with my co-host, LR. What up, LR? This brother just
It's good.
cut on the lights.
It was too dark. Yeah.
We start off with the first disappointing topic, which is Ohio State Michigan game yesterday. First time those Michigan Wolverines won at the shoe since 2000. 22 years, unbelievable. It's like these boys been reversing history these last 2 years. Last year, getting their first win in 10 years, and then this year getting their first win at Ohio State since 2000. Um, yeah, Ryan Day has not beaten Ohio State. I mean, Ohio State has not beaten Michigan since he's been as a coach. That's a big problem, especially in the Ohio State culture. If we can lose every game as long as we beat Michigan. We can be 11-1 and lose Michigan and be a horrible season. So, back-to-back years we don't play in the Big Ten championship. CJ Stroud, that tight end, and Stover. Like I said in the chat the other day, I don't like Stover's stuffing or dressing. Catching the back of the end zone, should have caught that. Let a converted wide receiver turn the cornerback, break up a pass. Unbelievable. Yeah, it was just yesterday wasn't our day. I knew it was going to be a long one when our defense kept getting beat by 40 plus yard touchdown bombs back to back by a quarterback that looked like he could have been a backup singer for the Backstreet Boys. Yeah, it was just a rough day that day. I ain't making no excuses. Our defense, cornerbacks, we used to be normally have good DBs. As our linebackers usually our issue, but this year our linebackers was our strength, and corners was or DBs in general was our issue. As you saw yesterday, our defense secondary got exploited several times, and then we just gave up two long runs at the end of the game. I guess those are like backbreakers. Pause. Just to our defense, we just gave up. That might have probably knocked us out of the college playoffs, which I don't think it should have. I feel like just even if we beat Michigan yesterday, I feel like those two teams should have been in the college playoffs because they always have two SEC teams. So I don't see the big issue why Big Ten can't have two teams in the college football playoffs as well. Both teams have been playing stellar the whole entire season, and obviously Michigan got the win yesterday. But what you think on that, LR?
Uh, I actually don't want Ohio State to make the playoffs because I want USC to make it. I've been ready to see new teams make it, and
You want the
so if
Pac-12?
it,
Bro, the Pac-12 is a weak division.
I'm not. I mean, I just want to see fresh teams, and actually, I think USC would be pretty no, if they are
We're
forced
playing
to,
Georgia.
play Georgia. Yeah, but yeah, so that's gonna be a hard one. But like TCU, I really want TCU to be fourth and to play Georgia first. But TCU versus Michigan, that would be a good game, and that would actually help the Big Ten actually make it to the championship because I would see Michigan beating TCU and then it being Georgia, Michigan. So it all plays out the way I would like it to play out, but
Yeah.
I don't want to see Ohio State and when you get beat and not even beat, they got beat down
I mean,
and they were
the last
home.
one, the score that was there was the backbreakers was like 2 minutes left, and they just gave the ball off the 10-yard line, and he just ran 70, 80 yards. Like,
That was crazy. but like Michigan didn't just win, they dominated and like that second half, I think it was like 28-3. That's not gonna get y'all into the playoffs. And I don't know if you guys will have enough to beat Georgia. It might be the same kind of blowout. So I'd rather see USC in that, see what Caleb Williams can do. I think that they have a pretty good defense. That could challenge Georgia. I don't know who can really score on Georgia like that because when that defense is locked in, they're like pretty much dominant. I don't know what happened with Alabama the last few years, but Georgia has taken over the reign as like the most dominant defense
Yeah.
that you can play in college football. But thinking about that, Michigan probably the second most. I saw them struggle a lot this season, but usually that's offense. And only time I really saw the defense struggle was against was it Maryland? Yeah, it was against Maryland where they couldn't really stop Maryland in the first half. But Michigan's always been
Maryland
a
actually
second
got
half
better over
team.
the years too, because they used to be the walking. Every time you see Maryland in schedule in Big Ten, it was like, oh, easy W. Now it's like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, they're competitive. They're very competitive. So like I thought because Maryland could score on Michigan's defense, I thought Ohio State was going to cakewalk. But CJ Stroud, him, I don't know if he has what it takes in these big games to really to win when it matters. And that's sad because I
Not,
was a fan of his.
I can't even put that on him yesterday. That pass to that tight end, you couldn't throw a better ball. Couldn't throw a better ball.
Yeah, he got killed. There was a lot of drops. There was drops on like there was like
Oh,
I think
don't get that first quarter. Don't get me started on that. Everybody, I thought
yeah,
was sticky glue in their hands to catch the ball.
yeah, like when that would have you guys had all the momentum, and then they just started dropping all these easy passes, and I was just like, come on, like this is gonna keep Michigan in the game, and then Michigan started throwing bombs. But I blame CJ because like he started to turn into like dink and dunk, and that's not really his game. He looks for like explosive plays and everything like that. And I think he started to just, make quick reads and just try to get the ball out of his hand and not really trust his O line. So I think he started to panic, especially when Michigan started to get like hot. So, and he did the same thing last year. He started to panic. I mean, last year the line was like terrible and he was actually getting sacked. But I think he was remembering what happened last year and then he just started rushing throws and
Yeah.
he wasn't really going through his progressions like he should have. And we saw what happened. The offense stalled a lot after the drop passes, like third or fourth quarter. Like the offense was just like unrecognizable. That did not look like Ohio State of all season. It was crazy event, and I did not see that coming. I did not, especially with Michigan's best player injured, barely being able to walk. So he definitely wasn't going to. He definitely didn't really make any significant strides. But of course, the backup starts breaking 80-yard runs, and then McCarthy, who looked bad pretty much all season except for last week's game-winning drive against Illinois, and then this week, who knew he could beat a team with his arms like that? I had no clue.
Well, clearly we gave you said, go ahead, brother, throw the ball on us all day. Just have happy way.
Yeah, and he
Terrible.
went crazy.
Yeah, oh, he definitely did. Unbelievable, embarrassing. Let's jump to the Paolo Banchero. You know, you got my team in Twan's league. You talk about some actual person drafted this team. Jackass. Um, Lonzo Bell. I mean, Paolo finally came back. Waiting on Lonzo, then Cade. Hopefully, he's able to play this season. Rest of this later in the season. Um, but yeah, what? Paolo came back on Friday against the Sixers. Had what 19-4. Obviously, it wasn't no crazy number. Those good numbers coming back from after missing what 7 games. Plays
Yeah.
tonight. I feel like he would have an even better game tonight. Because who the hell are the Sixers guard him? Tobias Harris. Give my man Paolo his 30 piece, 30 and 10. But it's good to see him back out there. What did you think?
uh, well, one, I had him win a Rookie of the Year, so it's great that he only missed 7 games. That's perfect. And I think he is going to pretty much dominate the Sixers tonight. I think like Friday was just a little glimpse of what he could do when he returned, but he's actually scoring a lot better than I expected. I just thought he was going to get like double doubles all the time, and I thought he was going to be like 14 and 10, something like that, because they're going to get a lot of Magic going to miss a lot of shots. He's going to get offensive rebounds, but like the scoring touch that he has, like is pretty much what I saw when he was in college, but it got a little bit better. Like his 3-point shot is looking smoother. His post game is a lot better than I thought it would be like right now. And he's bullying people. So I love everything that he's been doing. Um the Magic have a really good one. I hope they don't waste this. I hope that they can get some good draft picks and actually build a team in Orlando so I can actually go to Orlando and enjoy a game. But I'm happy for him, and I'm happy that he is going to win Rookie of the Year and win me some money.
Man, if it don't make dollars, doesn't make sense. But how much you put on my guy for rookie of the year, good friend?
300.
It's a good answer. I like that for you. But yeah, I think he's gonna do pretty well. I just got to stay healthy. Don't do nothing crazy. I guess we're jumping to Nebraska bringing in Matt Rhule. Everybody I saw a Carolina Panthers reporter was like, "Who was Matt Rhule's agent?" I'm like, did people forget that Matt Rhule was actually a good coach in college football? He just sucked in the NFL. Like, I mean, barely
Right.
revitalized that program from what they were.
Temple too.
Oh yeah. Definitely. I was there. I was working there when he did that. They was pretty well, and when he had what PJ and Ryan was it Armstead and what's the other guy named that's the linebacker that played for you guys. Oh, Riddick. I saw Riddick. So yeah, he definitely had two stellar careers at Temple and Baylor. And I feel like he'll be able to change at least the culture in Nebraska because Nebraska's always been the bottom feeder and the Big Ten.
Shaw Conference. Yeah.
So, obviously them in Northwestern, always looked at that team as like, oh, 2 W's, easy work. So now that they got Matt Rhule, obviously it's not going to change overnight, probably take a few years, but that eventually that he'll get the program turned around. Yeah, just, he's always had a good year. What you think though?
This is hard just to think because like I remember he went to Temple. Temple's bad. He got them to 10 wins. He went to Baylor. They had 1 win, and then he got them to 10 wins. So like he's proven that he can make winners in college. But like he went to the Big Ten that's obviously dominated by Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan, and for the most part, you could say Michigan State. When they when they get the better recruits this year has been a down season. And then Maryland, like we just said, Maryland's coming on. So this is a hard conference for me to say he's going to come in and win 10 games or even get like consideration to even be in the Big Ten like championship game. So I don't know. I think a winning culture for Nebraska is probably 6-3, 6-3, and at least get becoming bowl eligible. But it's just it's it's hard for me to see them do anything other than just become bowl eligible because that like me saying Nebraska is going to come in and beat Michigan, Ohio State, or Penn State in true roll games. That just there's no way. I can't believe it. So I'll say if he gets bowl games for Nebraska and wins some bowl games, that's a success for Matt Rhule. But that's all I could really consider a success.
Yeah.
Anything else would be amazing.
Oh yeah, I think when Scott Frost had 5 years there in Nebraska, went 16-31. But he was playing against juggernauts, like you said, Penn State,
Yeah.
Ohio State, Michigan State was good for a few years. I'm missing somebody. Wisconsin was good for a few years. Last few years, they just okay.
Forgot about Wisconsin.
Yeah. Oh, bro, let me tell you this. Like stuff my boy Britton said. He said the Big Ten is a Mickey Mouse conference. I'm like, bro, this is one of the best conferences in college football. And I was like,
Yeah.
it has the I was telling him like they got one of the best passers of all time, JJ Watt, and then obviously the best quarterback of all time, Tom Brady. So I mean, he a big SEC guy. He was like, he's a Florida fan, and I was just like, the only thing people talk about in SEC is Alabama, Arkansas, and in Georgia. And I said the rest of the team SEC is or LSU. I mean, they came back now, so 14. I said everybody else is just a space filler in the SEC, and nobody talks about y'all.
I mean, Auburn, they could have some good teams. I do like Tennessee. They folded this year, but
Exactly.
well, they're usually not that good. But Tennessee, nah, I would take Tennessee off. But yeah, I mean, I feel like the SEC and the Big Ten, they always have like 4 or 5 really good teams. So I feel
Exactly.
like it's like the same thing. Like you can't really discredit either conference, but I don't know why people think SECs are all these powerhouses. Like we've seen this year, like they're not like they usually have like the one really dominant team, and it makes it seem like the rest of the conference is powerhouses. But like aside from Georgia, all those other teams in the SEC are beatable, and I think everyone in the Big Ten is beatable. So
He was like,
it's hard
bro,
to
talking
decide.
about the Big Ten is like this equivalent to the ACC. I'm like, bro, stop it. ACC only got Clemson. I'm like, sometimes like I'm Florida fans, man. Something I don't know what be in that Florida water, but people over there be like not thinking, using their brain cells because you comparing the Big Ten to the ACC is kind of disrespectful. Especially you're a Florida fan. You guys are 500. I don't even know why you talking about college football. You guys are
Exactly.
Florida football has been irrelevant since Aaron Hernandez was out there killing people. So
No comment.
so yeah, we don't even pay attention to Florida football. Let's see. But yeah, let's do our was it week 12 now? Yeah.
Wow, we 12. 3 more weeks in fantasy playoffs. I mean, until the fantasy playoffs. Can't
I need
wait.
I need a, I need a championship. I'm in what? I'm in 5 leagues. I need 5 chips. I'm
I'm gonna
I'm playoff eligible in all leagues, in all five. G.
in your league. I'm definitely gonna win the championship.
Stop it.
Well, actually, in football and basketball, I'm definitely pretty much
Oh
gonna win the
my God.
championship.
This guy is ridiculous.
Talk about Georgia being dominant. I'm making some dominant
Bro, you're
fantasy
making the
team.
playoffs in 1 of 3 leagues. You can't. Okay? You dominant in one league. The rest of them, you're mediocre.
I'm I'm dominant in football and basketball. If I make this Legion of Doom playoffs, I'm gonna be dominant because
Bro,
Chase will be
oh
healthy.
my, bro, LR, you be talking crazy. Let's pull up the page.
Jamar Chase and Hopkins, if they're both
LR,
healthy
you're
in the
sitting in eighth
playoffs in
place
three
right now,
weeks,
5 and 6. Like,
after today, I will be in six according to my calculations.
according to my calculation. What
Yeah, I
calculation
should
you
be in
gonna get?
six. One seed is gonna beat the 6 seed, the
Okay,
freeze.
but LR's gonna. I mean,
Um,
Rod gonna win.
and Rod and me are gonna make the playoffs. I think Rod is gonna be fifth, and I think sixth is gonna be me. That was my calculations at the season, playing the season out. Um, I know I needed five to lose, and he's playing the 11th seed, so obviously this is going to be a stretch. But I think the 11th seed can give me that upset that I need. But Rod had to win because AB is 5 and 6 like me, so I needed him to lose one game too. And I feel like I'm gonna win out, and then everybody else will have 7 losses, and then I'll
You gonna win what up?
win out and
I
be
see you
eight and
week
six.
14.
Yeah, easy win. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
win out.
goodness.
So yeah, so
Yeah,
I'll
talking
be
about.
making the playoffs. Oh, and my Vanguard league. I'm the number one seed in that league. So I'll be making the playoffs in three
Man, I
out
didn't
of
get no
four.
invite to that. My fellow Vanguard.
Vanguard league. Only
I heard
Vanguard.
my fellow Vanguard field workers.
Oh man.
Bro, yeah, then fantasy, and then this I'm trying to sneak into that 2 seed in the podcast $50 league. Look like that's going to happen. The 1 seed somehow won last week. I don't know how he escaped, but I don't see that happening again. So I take it back. Look like he's about to win again. God damn
Yeah. He is 9-2, and I've scored more points than him. That's how you know this is a weird league.
it. Man just will make excuses.
But in your other league, when with the one I'm dominating in, the number two seed is trash, and he still is 8-3. So I don't get it.
Bro, let's talk about how Gabe helped out with your man's to I'm like, bro, you gave him a freebie.
And now he keeps losing to him this
Yeah,
week.
like you idiot. Like, what were you thinking? I'm like, bro, you traded for Jacoby Myers. What about that? Was you traded Geno Smith, who was 16th, was having a good season, for Jacoby Myers? What the hell was he
I
thinking?
mean, I'm gonna beat him anyway, so I don't worry about
I mean, I
that.
don't even think he's gonna make the playoffs, but I'm just like the fact that Gabe's just doing dumb stuff.
Oh, he's gonna make the playoffs.
Who you gonna knock
Question.
out?
Oh, I thought he was gonna knock out you.
You funny. You're a funny guy.
Yes, that's what my calculations said.
Yeah, all right. I'm about to win this week against the 3 seed.
Good. I needed the 3 seed to have a little distance between us.
Oh my goodness, this guy's ridiculous.
Take out all my light work so I can coast to
Okay,
the playoffs.
I did that. You take out my light with Rod today.
Oh, I told Rob my Cash App was open and he didn't cash at me, so now I gotta beat him.
So looking like the 2 seed. Is he about to lose again? Damn, he about to lose again. Beautiful.
Yep. That means my Cash App is open, people. If you're a fringe playoff team and you need me to beat somebody, swing some money my way. Highest bid will determine how hard I play week 13 and week 14. Well,
Oh
week 13, I play a 10 seed. Oh, week 14, I play week 2 despair. Roberto, my Cash App's open. If you want them to lose, just let me know.
man, if you don't handle that, man, like light work. But let's get back to week 12. Week 12 picks though. I took Buffalo Cowboys. Took the Vikings. I don't know why people in the Pick'em League was taking the Patriots. I didn't know what they saw that I did. Clearly not much.
They saw a
But
team lose 40-3 the week before.
touche. I knew they was gonna bounce back. Couldn't happen 2 weeks in a row. Uh, I'm taking the Washington Commanders over the Falcons. I'm taking Baltimore over the Jaguars. Gus Edwards is playing today. I mean, I was taking him regardless over the Jaguars, but now this is a no-brainer. No Justin Fields. I mean, I still had the Jets anyway, even with Mike White as their starting quarterback. If you have Elijah Moore, you might want to put him in your flex. They had good chemistry when they played together. Bengals, Titans. I was taking Bengals, but that was with Jamar Chase. No Jamar Chase. I'm gonna have to switch to the Titans. Was it Broncos, Panthers? I'm taking the Panthers. Anytime Russell Wilson is still under center, I'm going with the other team. No brainer for me. Texans, Dolphins. Taking two in the Miami Dolphins. They've been rolling this year. Buccaneers, Brown. This is a toss-up right here because Leonard Fournette is out. I had the Buccaneers. I think I'm gonna take the Browns, bro. I'm gonna take the Browns.
Mm.
Chargers, Cardinals. Yeah, you know how much I love my guy Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen. But again, they can never get their best wide receivers back at the same time. Mike Williams is out yet again. Hollywood Brown is playing today, so I'm going to take the Cardinals. Raiders, Seahawks. I'm gonna stick with the Seahawks. Chiefs, Rams, no brainer Rams. I mean Chiefs. What the hell was I thinking? And I took the 49ers over the Saints, Eagles over the Packers, even though go Green Bay. I can live with an upset here and losing one game and pick them. And I'm taking the Colts over the Steelers Monday night. Hate to say it, I got to eat my words. Jeff Saturday's actually been having them guys playing well. I thought he's going to lose every game, but he has not. He has not. And I think I'm going to stick with Tampa Bay. I'm going to go back to Tampa Bay. It's the Cleveland Browns. They're fun. Fuck up. So, who do you got, LR?
Man, I should have won last week. I can't believe I thought I changed the total and I didn't. And I lost, of course, because my total was too low. But I'm gonna bounce back this week. I had the Bills, I had the Cowboys, I had the Vikings. Those were easy picks. I thought Thursday was the easiest Thursday games that I've seen on Thanksgiving in a few years. Well, easy to bet and easy to pick too. Um, Falcons, Washington. I like Washington. I like the Ravens over the Jaguars. I like the Jets over the Bears, but that's only because Fields isn't playing. If Fields was playing, I definitely
I
would.
was taking the Jets. You wouldn't take the Jets over them regardless?
I don't think so. I think if Fields was playing, I think I would have liked the Bears. The
Interesting.
Bengals Titans. This was like it was such a toss up, and I know that the Titans secondary is trash, but every week I'm like I gotta just take the Titans because it's just something about the Titans in the regular season. that makes me think they're gonna win. But yeah, so I'm with the Titan. I'm with the Titans once again. I'm gonna rock out until they start losing these close games. Uh, Broncos, Panthers. I do this every week. This is probably what usually costs me a pick 'em, but I always pick the Broncos. And for some reason, uh, I'm not gonna do it again to myself. Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Broncos again because I just don't see how the Panthers score on the defense. No, 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 I'm not gonna do this. Oh yes, I am. It's locked. Oh, there it is. So yeah, I'm stuck on the Broncos.
Yes.
Texans, Texans, Dolphins. I like Dolphins. Bucks, Browns. I do like the Bucks, even though Fournette's not playing. Chargers, Cardinals. I like the Chargers. Um,
Without
I
Mike
don't know
Williams.
what happened to the Cardinals without Mike Williams because they have this guy called Keenan Allen, and then they have this other monster called Eckler. So as long as they have those people with Herbert throwing to them, I don't care who the second. And actually, honestly, I don't hate Josh Palmer. I think he's fine. I think
He's
he's a
very fine.
fine secondary receiver. So I think they'll be fine. And the Cardinals defense is trash. We don't even have to sugarcoat that. Raiders, Seahawks. I like the Seahawks to bounce back, especially after that atrocious performance last week against the Bucks. Um, Rams, Chiefs. I like the Chiefs to just go crazy and destroy the Rams and show the Rams that they never deserved the Super Bowl that they won last year. But
Sounds
this is
personal.
the NFL and they got it. Yeah. Saints, 49ers. I like the Niners. Uh Eagles, Packers. Come on. This is not even this is a no-brainer. Eagles by 10 or more. That's stamped. And then Steelers, Colts. I really don't like that Jeff Saturday is winning, but he's got them playing so competitive. The only team to beat them so far is the Eagles because we're the best team in the NFL. So the best team in the NFL can beat them and barely beat them, then I know the Steelers have no chance. So Colts by like 7.
I just want to clear up that best team in NFL. I guess the Chiefs stopped playing football.
I guess they did too. We both won come from behind games last week, and people are like, "Oh, the Chiefs are great. They're so clutch."
No, but
But we
y'all
didn't.
came back from a team that's what was 3-6. Now they're
But
4.
Jeff Saturday has them well coached and prepared, and they have a
Matt
defense.
Ryan is on father time. I'm not impressed when that comeback win, but Lord knows I
But they
needed
have Jonathan Taylor.
it. I had Eagles money line last week, so shout out to you guys for coming back though, but not impressed. You guys are the solid number 2 team in the NFL. I'll give you guys that for right now.
And if we play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, I guarantee we beat them.
Well then, that'll be
Guaranteed.
that is the game I'll bet on it.
Oh, you'll pick us? Smart decision.
Absolutely not. But yeah, man. And I wish they get rid of this division thing. Like obviously, like the rankings, it's kind of irritating. I mean, they need to update that. It's 2022. Obviously, it's been like that entire football season. I mean, career rankings. But I feel like all right, if you win in your division, obviously you should get an automatic spot to the playoffs. But that shouldn't determine the entire rank. Because I'm like, bro, like Tampa Bay is 5-5 and is a 4 seed, and we're 8-3 as a 5 seed. Like it makes no sense to me.
But then what would be the motivation for winning the division if
You
you
get in the
don't?
playoffs, automatic playoff bid. Look at that, man. I need to be in the NFL meeting. Like, man, I need to
I don't
spike.
know. I feel like you should be rewarded for winning your divisions and
But what if
a home game.
what if you win a division that's one of the weakest in the NFL, and then you got a division like NFCs that got 4 teams that can make playoffs?
Tag, that's true.
What's the benefit of that being the highest ranked win percentage division, and then you may not even make the playoffs just because you got to give a reward to these teams winning a division that might be under 500, and then you got a team that's
Tag.
say 10-7 or something that didn't make the playoffs because you got to give a spot to the team that won a division.
That makes sense. But then it's like if say like quote unquote the Cowboys are better than the Buccaneers, does it matter who's home?
Yes, home field advantage is a key component in the playoffs, bro.
But if you're the better team, regardless, then it doesn't matter.
I
You're
mean,
gonna
you
have to
can't you
win,
can't really say that though, because in playoffs, anything can happen.
right? And when we see it, because we've seen the Cowboys have a better team and be home and still lose.
Yes, like last.
So
Yeah.
I just feel like in the first round, especially, like it doesn't really matter. Like if the Bucks are gonna lose, they're gonna lose,
I
and
get what you're
them
saying.
get
I get that, but look, you got Giants 6 seed 74. Like it's crazy. But at least we got 3 team NFC that's gonna make the playoffs. Let's knock out Seattle. Let's get Washington in there as well, so we can have 4 NFC East teams. So somebody's gonna win out of the NFC East team.
well, we can't knock out Seattle. Oh wait, are you gonna say the Niners are gonna win the division? Or are you saying right? You're
Yeah,
saying the Niners are winning.
I think they find a way to continue to win the division. Seahawks, they got the they got I don't know. Seahawks got a weak schedule, and then they play 49ers
Exactly, yeah.
that Thursday night, December 15th. That's a good game I'll be watching when I get home. Um, so yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, now I'm trying to decide, do I like the Seahawks or do I think the Niners win this division? Hmm. I guess I would say the Niners are gonna win the division. Yeah, I can yeah. Still crazy that we're even discussing that the Seahawks Niners when I thought the Rams were gonna coast to a division title.
Yeah, did you see that John Rashawn just put in the chat? They put a this Sean Sterling statue was it's supposed to be a statue, but it's really a mannequin. But I ain't gonna lie though, I like it. It's fire. It's fire to me.
Oh, I gotta see this.
But yeah, somebody said Dan Snyder strikes again. Legendary. Shout out to the Commanders, man. It's never a dull moment with those guys. But yeah, man, did you want to?
I like it, but
Yeah, it's fire to me.
uh you can't say you're gonna have a statue and have a mannequin. That just makes no sense.
April Fools in
It's
November.
mad confusing.
But yeah, hey man, that was a good prank right there. Shout out to Dan Snyder, man. Always keeps people on their toes. But yeah, man. You want to add anything else?
Of course, go Eagles.
Oh my
And we're in the prime time slot. And they said they're gonna flex a one more game the end of the season for us to be in the prime time slot. So
It's gonna be a
uh
Dallas game?
aren't we already in the prime time slot for that Dallas game? I thought
Probably. Just had to talk shit.
oh, okay. Well, by that time, well, the division will be locked up for us, and we won't even care about that game. But I hope y'all are happy.
Go, go Packers.
Oh man, I cannot wait for the Eagles to dismantle the Packers today, and
Mm.
so we can reclaim the number one uh team in the NFL. Oh wait, who did the Chiefs play? Oh, they play the Rams. That's an easy win. So I guess we have to reclaim it next week.
Okay. If you say so.
See, need one more loss by the Chiefs. I don't know who's going to be by, but I need the Chiefs to lose one more game.
Let's look at the schedule before I get off here so I can watch these games.
Bengals next week, and look at that. Jamar Chase comes back, and they have to go to Cincinnati, and Mixon should be back next week. But that's pretty much the only loss I would see on this Chiefs schedule because then it's
Seahawks is
Broncos
a toss up.
twice, Raiders. At home, it's the Chiefs. The
You
only
never
time
know.
the only chance they have losing another game this year is next week against the Bengals.
Oh boy. We'll see. But all right, man. Appreciate you coming up, brother.
Of course, we play the Titans next week. Dang, so we both got tough games next week. But yeah,
Go
go Eagles.
Titans.
That's my final thought.
All right, man. You see the Cowboys. Seriously, I thought so. Okay.
Yeah, that I don't know. I don't know what's there.
But all right, man. I'll see you next week.
All right.